Obtaining from our channel, so I'll say AGH Politics Avenue. Podcast of training look is making headlines. The gym right now, it be Exomo, and it be Raxiums, and it can. So we must subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so share now other four accounts of answer and to be in Kabi. Need you now Raxium. Best of say, Emu rock political highways, and we get them any as and put up Ranonia. On Katie, the show so, and what to me about a year Kennedy. Any Bawumia issue na o make Ěxpǒsě bi dead or check Dr. Bawumia and then who can Samira Bawumia a plotty na kwanya mfa so mu plotty ya umbeso mugu Canada Japan any mass impo omoyi free party nim pra na Mr.
The opportunity. This is a lesson to us. All right. Now, here's a story. I'm a person who can watch them quick, and it's about the NPP. And the story is that NPP Minority Health Committee members. NPP Minority Health Committee members petitioned party leadership over Kennedy Ěxpǒsė's comments on Afari military hospital visit. See, NPP over parliamentar, the 67 or then the piglets, no, the health committee members, no, omatro petition, the akoma party, no. Na ade na omatro koma party, no, ni nyina ne say, Kennedy Ěxpǒsė abeka no kre ewo Afari hospital no ho nsensem. Wabe yi omoto. Wabe magana fo hu say NPP ne party enyansafo no sa ejimifo no doso. Wabe di no kra kire Ghana fo nti ne MPs colleagues of more parliament and no and the Kennedy any parliament no omatro letter koma party no. Say party no empam Kennedy Japan free party them. MPs are omote parliamentar omo NPP for omo health committee ni so most of them Kennedy Japan fund omo campaign. Most of them Kennedy Japan share omo be MPs. Most of them. And there's uncle for natural petition their comma party headquarters. Say adentina Kennedy Japan abeka no kredo. Adentina Kennedy abeka no kra Ghana for say omo MPP for omo health committee ni so no omo nka no kre na party no 8 years better na power no omo anya hwe ewo sebio ewo Afari hospital no ho no. Omo MPs na Kennedy and abo most of them to come to parliament or then sika. Most of them or support you through primaries. Sanko for and what letter they come party say party because Kennedy abeka the credit party in Pam Kennedy. MPP de mo Jimmy. Mesia Asia Jimmy 4. But okay Jimmy 4 part 1 and 2 MPP mu na wo. So at the end of the day, party na mutimu pano. How do you people want the party to move forward? How do you people want Ghanaians to accept the party? The honest truth is, as Kennedy Japan, I can't Afari hospital no home. So many people have said the same thing in the NPP. So many people have said the same thing in Ghana. So many people have shared their opinion, and it is almost the same thing. Say, enya deliberate, enya Bawumia na aya na adwene say. Or percent or find the way no oyi Kennedy Japan free party mo so statement Kennedy here no it is not different from any statement any politician has made about Afari hospital. It is not different. Kennedy has some kind of in fact Kennedy can maybe it's because who Kennedy is. But before Kennedy spoke on the Afari issue, now so many politicians from NPP and DC, in fact, Obia can the same thing. Actually, Jimmy from NPP, but there were people in the NPP, they had made the same statement, the same thing. Maybe it's because the language they use, it is different from Kennedy. And I said, so is Bawumia so bent on making sure so destroy Kennedy? Why? What is he going to get from it? What is Mahmoud Bawumia and his wife, especially Samira, what is she going to get from destroying Kennedy? Because whether you like it or not, Kennedy Japan, he has a constituency in this party. And when I say a constituency, the shares are Kennedy War Party. Yeah. So I can't shares. Because of the shares in the party. I'm talking about people in the party who recognize Kennedy Japan than Bawumia. It's a fact. Into the idea say, Obiba and Adrian say, because Kennedy is powerful in the party, and that I'll say me summit me one year near Juma Bomuno. Now Kennedy, you didn't respect man no. Because of big person anti, they want to find a way, and this is Bawumia's scheme. This is Samira Bawumia. This is Bawumia. You see, genuinely, Bawumia knows say he did not beat Kennedy in the primaries. He knows. And they said 2020 elections are Ekufuado not onim for a fact say he didn't win the elections. Also after 2020 elections, Nana Danko Ekufuado bibia sesa wono ho. Ne kasem, ne dwumayem, because he came to that realization say onya president. Mahmoud Bawumia, so from 2020 we saw Sebio ne nyoma bi o kan na sometimes go for question the mental state. Because 2020 elections ye wie no obia o Ghana bia be hu say even from what transpired in court, obia be hu say Ekufuado lost the elections. After 2020 elections, Nana Danko Ekufuado was not interested in building Ghana. He wasn't interested in serving. Bawumia himself was not even interested in taking over from Ekufuado. They basically realized they said Ghana did not accept them as winners of the election, and that to move ahead and lead them as a political party. And that is the same thing happening in the NPP today. Also, Bawumia winning primaries, oh, the illegality of course, oh, we course. Now Bawumia, at this point, he still sees himself to say, on to me, March Kennedy. Bawumia wouldn't say he lost to Kennedy. Bawumia still sees himself as Kennedy is powerful than him in the party. It is a word study. Bawumia is trying to get rid of Kennedy, and I'm saying this carefully. He's trying to make sure Kennedy is kicked out of the party. Send a full authorization. Sa authoritative voice, sa full command. Kennedy Japan is not competing Bawumia. So Mahmoud Bawumia said we win elections now. Kennedy did not contest it. Kennedy did not fight it. Right after primaries, Kennedy coiled back into his hole. So if you have won the elections and if you have won legitimately with all the party, every single person backing you are, why is it that when Kennedy Japan speaks, you send your people in parliament to petition the party to find a way to disgrace Kennedy or to get Kennedy out of the power of the party? Mahmoud Bawumia's strategy, say, even though Kennedy did not win the primaries, the voice is a stronger channel. So it makes Bawumia a weak leader. And you see, that weakness, and the Bawumia can never win a general elections in Ghana. And he knows. That is why you are seeing what they are way Bawumia manipulation. It is Mahmoud Bawumia's handwork. Way Samira and the Bawumia and Sadi way. It's not like me Makachiramo. I will never advocate for Kennedy to lead Ghana as a president. I will never do that. But one thing I will not also allow is that some people would deliberately in our own NPP sit in the party and capture everybody and suppress everybody because they believe, say, they feel entitled and will say they lead the party. It should not work like that. I am an NPP person. And I know how this party works. And I know the dynamics in the party. Mahmoud Bawumia is forcing himself to be the leader. The party, the people who rigged the elections for Bawumia are the only people in the party who recognize Bawumia as the leader. But the party itself has not come to that conclusion to accept Mahmoud Bawumia fully as a leader they can all rally behind. It is not there. That spirit is not with Bawumia. So, if there's an event, Bawumia will pull out because he knows that if he even goes to an event where Kennedy is there, the whole energy will be behind Kennedy because he rigged the primaries. This is clear. And Bawumia is intimidated by Kennedy Japan's presence in his party. Mahmoud Bawumia feels that the people still do not or they don't recognize him as a leader. And he himself, he knows he did not win legitimately. He himself knows the rigging, the gymnastics, suppressing vote, stealing vote. He knows legitimately he cannot beat this guy. Inti sesiano I say wako reaction here every samampomu ontumi mbo. He has won the primaries. He says he's the flag bearer, but he's not effective. And think a Kennedy is effective. Edna Kennedy about Aferi. Not the whole NPP. Mahmoud Bawumia's kids. Everybody is attacking Kennedy. What did Kennedy say wrong? In Kennedy's statement, he did not attack Bawumia. Kennedy was general in his statement. Kennedy was at the end of the blaming the NDC and NPP. Kennedy blamed the NPP more because he's a member of the NPP and they are the party that were in power. Finito. Kennedy did not say anything out of the system. Kennedy basically spoke on what was actually being discussed. Me who say in Facebook, it was not necessary for Kennedy to grant interview. It was not necessary. When did it become a rule that Kennedy Japan cannot grant interviews in Ghana? When did it become a law that Kennedy Japan cannot comment on national issues? Who the fuck are you people to decide when Kennedy should speak and not to speak? All because your flag bearer, who has no balls, who is not intelligent and man enough to attract the base, to attract the party beyond general elections to be a leader. Is it because your flag bearer is weak? No. If he has won the elections, he should be a flag bearer. He should show his potency. He should go out and command the party. But Kennedy Japan has the right to speak on national issues and no dwarf. To say Kennedy did not have to grant the interview. Now then, Kennedy, does it work for anybody in the party? Is Kennedy a servant to Obi or party? Is Kennedy licking the butt of Bawumia? Kennedy is an ex MP. Kennedy is a statesman. He has the right to speak on issues in Ghana. Whether against the NDC or the NPP, national issues, he has every right to do it. It is a journalist. We are nipa. We are born out the radio. So Facebook, I say Kennedy did not have to grant the interview. So because Bawumia is the flag bearer, Kennedy cannot speak on national issues. Are you stupid? Is it the kind of party you want to build? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, when he lost to Kufuor or whatever, Nana Akufo-Addo, when he took over from Kufuor, Alan Kojo Chimantin, time Akufo-Addo, yadi ayesa to be my Akufo-Addo. When Alan was granting interviews in Ghana, did you people say it wasn't right for Alan to speak? Now I Kennedy Nkwana ko election I will lose. Una say to me. Ba ire na hyehyɛ fam. Yes to me and ye two. Na ye two na ye adwuma na ne pe ponedi na unye pona. Oro kwase abeka jen say ade ne akotu asoba ire di. Una wo say ye two. Oh, ye to me. Me na mabo. Me na me ba yera mabo. Ena ye tu wu na so na wabo. Ye do be ye ba yera fufu edi. Na ye wie na ekotu afase. Na say ye di afase ya mpesi a wo so won ti ase. Oh bodam. So because of Bawumia, because of Abozege, Kennedy cannot grant interviews. Now Kennedy na no de achebo. Anka wiki bi anka me interview o Ghana. Kennedy onja NPP. Kennedy ondi Bawumia tem. Kennedy on speaking against the Bawumia policy. Kennedy Japan after the primaries, whatever happened there, he left it there. You people are supposed to prove yourselves. More candidate is weak. Your candidate cannot even beat a chicken. You people have to project your candidate. He's a liar. Every liar is a thief. Your candidate is running away from the mics. Kennedy is bold enough to speak into the mics and speak on national issues. Mahmoud Bawumia, after winning the primaries, he should be a man to face us and speak on the economy. He should be a man and speak to us as an ex-vice president who was the head of economic management team. Ghana politics. Nobody should speak against the NPP's time in power. Now, what you say, and I'm going to say Bawumia to be a flag bearer of a political party. And that he is going to contest the national election and get less than 38%. He needs to get out of his wife's kitchen and come speak like a man. Why Jimmy? Because of Bawumia with Kennedy in Kasa, mo bodam. Mo ana mai se mo say ntwaboa. Kwasiafo, go to the party quarters. If today the party comes out to say Omasaki Kennedy, your party will break. That will be the end of the party. He holds the bowel of your party, whether you like it or not. Mahmoud Bawumia, inside his heart, he knows Kennedy is powerful than him in the NPP. Me, I will never support Kennedy to be president. When you ask me, I'll give you my reasons, but not today. But I'm making you understand. So what about Bawumia to her? Now the Kennedy to her. The party as an NPP, they recognize this guy than Bawumia because the party knows Bawumia is a liar. The party knows Bawumia is not an economist. The party knows Bawumia is an imposter. The party knows Bawumia cannot win power for them. The base knows. The party itself, it understands these things. This is politics. It is politics 101. We all know, we have studied politics. Party in penifom woman in him. And it's sometime. Ultimately, obit say Mrekuduka. Let me play this audio. Mrekuduka to na TV. So now I catch a Ghana for say Mahmoud Bawumia. You better than about 2032. Yeah, because they know that 2028 election, Bawumia can never win the elections. So Bawumia, Omomiya Galamsey, and support Bawumia campaign in 2024. Today, when they get the opportunity to speak, they are not confident enough to say, Mahmoud Bawumia will win 2028. Almost say, Bawumia, Eba, they know, they are not telling the base. Let me tell you. It is Mamon Ghana maning yet to say, because Bawumia be the flag bearer, Obianka Nanuntu. Now, who the hell is Bawumia? This is Mrekuduka. Muntiye. They know Bawumia will not win.
Ghana, we have no option. There is a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia by a president. Okay. And on this note, the pede a register with Fredo. NPP ni biara aye wadwen de be sabotage oye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ma welusu 2028 now etuma be a president eboa said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tofia kwa olusu 2028 ye de no be bio e kwani biara do Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia must be the president of this republic because ehwe akumapa vision papa nikita na at all costs he must be the president of this republic. Said Dogan and continue there or they who there Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia must be the president.
Repeat mami. What's the NPP ni bi obey na dwene saying?
NPP ni biara enne enufin eri team aye wadwene there e be sabotage Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ma 2028 on meye mampeyin ama etum aba 2032 tofia kwa ompare yen Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, no matter what, will be the president of this republic. And sana, nyamebo to suffer na what to suffer. Say a kwani biarado 2028 tofia kwa mempo 2032 we will still bring him. And he said, why do you there president?
You see their message? What's your message? You know, you hear them a message? That is their message. That is the real message. Message didn't say, oh, we need 2028. And I don't think there's anybody in the NPP who does not want Bawumia to win power because Obia said the party about power. Yenya papa ko for the kan I say it is better to be a shoe shine in the party in government than to be an opposition leader. So the question here is, why do you think he's making that statement? They know on the ground Bawumia can never win elections in Ghana. They are just hurt that their candidate that they rigged for, no, that candidate is not sellable. These are foolish people. NPP for money answer. Okay? Idea. Arthur Kennedy. Assembly or say NPP must admit the Akufo-Addo government was.
We ain't some who team court watch channel so. Mami ena wat so dem. That's so bad in there. Don't be a media. They be saying Asia.